through the portal and deploying our first VM. So I'm just clicking this hamburger and then we are going to create a resource. Here we can see Windows Server 2019 Data Center. We're gonna click create and we can see another window which is create a virtual machine. So we can see there are 7 and 8 tabs. So we will not try some advanced features which are tags and advanced. We will learn more about some basics and mandatory features which are basics, disks, networking management and monitoring. Okay, so can see that in the basic tab, which is the first one, there are some project details, some which includes some subscription and the resource group that we want to give this, that we want to allocate for this virtual machine. Then come instance details, which will have virtual machine name, region, availability options, zone options, some basic information about that virtual machine. And then there are some information about administrator account, which includes username, password, and some of the inbound port rules. So let's try giving this virtual machine all this information which is mandatory. Okay, so in subscription, we'll just choose the default subscription that we have. Then we can allocate resource group. For example, I want to give this machine intro to Azure. Then we can give a name to this virtual machine, testing test VM, which is the name of this virtual machine. So this is the name that will be uh, that we are giving to our operating system. This is the name which is used as host name in the operating system. We can't change it within the operating system. Best practice is to provide a, a suitable name to virtual machine just to avoid all confusions. Then come region, I'm just choosing the default region. Otherwise, if we go to the scroll down, we can see there are a lot of regions. Then there is availability options. We can choose the availability zone, but right now I am uh, choosing no infrastructure redundancy required because we don't want to take any risks. We just want to create virtual machine where we have available space. Then there is image, and in image uh, there is Windows Server 2019 Data Center Generation 2. I'm just choosing the default one. Run with, then there is virtual machine architecture. I'm not making any change into it. Run with Azure Spot discount. Uh, Not choosing it. Then I'm gonna give you some size. This is the free services. Since I am not um, mm, I am not spending any money, so I'm just choosing the free services eligible. So it is already by default, so I am just taking them. Then come we will not change into make any change into enable hibernation. Then there is an administrative account. I can give it name test VM, and then I am going to give it a password. Make sure to keep this password safe somewhere. Okay. Then there are some inbound rules. I'm not inbound port rules. I am not making a change. It's just RDP 3389. We can, yeah. This since we are just doing testing, so we will just quickly choose this one. Okay, then we click next. I'm clicking next. Now there is an option. Next tab is open, which is disks and encryption at host. I'm not choosing, just leaving it by default. Then come operating system disk. So I am just choosing image, which is by default operating system. Obviously, premium SSD, locally redundant storage, which is the best one. Uh, but since we are just using this operating system as a testing tester, and we are just trying to create a test virtual machine, and so I am quickly choose standard HDD, best for backup, non-critical, and infrequent access. This is slow, relatively slow uh, disk type, and it is magnetic, but best for lab practice. The other ones are physically strong, but we need to spend some money over it if we want to get it. Then standard HDD, locally redundant storage comes. Delete with virtual, delete the virtual machine. So if not, then we will quickly click over it. We want to delete whenever we are deleting this virtual machine. Key management, platform managed key, we will not change it. Enable ultra disk compatibility. We are not changing the default setting. Then we are creating a new disk. So this is test VM data disk 0, and source type should be none, and we 1024 is a relatively big size, so I am again choosing it. I just want to change the size of disk. Storage type, it should go again standard HDD, and we can choose this any size, or we can just custom uh, our disk size. Okay, then delete disk with virtual machine. Okay, so here we go, and then we will click the next networking. We want to go to the next tab, which is networking. So in networking, obviously we need some virtual network. So there is default virtual network, which is already chosen. So okay, I'm not making any change. I can use subnet, which is by default, and public IP is allocated every time. New public IP is allocated whenever we are creating a new virtual machine. Then for network security group, I don't need any security right now. Uh, Obviously, I want to delete all public IP and network interface NIC with when VM is deleted. So I'm just going to click enable accelerating network. Uh, so I want to, this selected virtual machine size does not support accelerated network, so we cannot choose it, otherwise we can choose it. Then come load balancing. You can place the virtual machine in the backend pool and of existing Azure load balancing solution. We are not gonna make change into it, it's just none. Then come the next one, management. We will just quickly see its setting. We don't want to make any change into it. There are enable setting, system assigned manage identity, login with Microsoft Entra ID, auto shutdown. This is for those people who just log in their computer and forgot to shut down it. And so whenever we are clicking enabling it, it asks time zone, shutdown time, time zone, and notification before shutdown, and then email address. Since I am quite active for shutting down my computer, so I will not enable it. We don't need any backup. We don't need guest operating system updates, so we will just leave it as it is. Then come advanced or monitoring. So do we need alerts? Enable recommended alert rules. I don't need alerts. Enable for, so we will just choose all the default settings. Boot diagnostic, the recommended one is enabled with managed storage account, and enable application monitoring, which is health. So I'm not making any change into default settings. There is advanced option, virtual machine application, custom data, user data, performance, host, capacity reservation, proximity, placement group. Since I am just leaving all advanced options, so I will not, we will just leave them by default. Income tax, obviously we can choose some tax, but if we don't want, just review and create. So there is again a review of all the information that we provide to our network, and then we will click on create. So we will wait until the deployment is in progress. We are waiting for this deployment. Sometimes it just takes some time, extra time. So see, we can see that deployment succeeded, and as deployment is succeeded, we can go to the resource and we can see the status is running, and we can see that all the information about that virtual machine. We can go to the connect and connect whenever we will click it, and we will download our RDP file. We can see that there is a file which is already downloaded. So see, we have our test virtual machine is ready.